Hi, it's Anne here, and today's video is all about hidden gems in my collection or overlooked products in my collection, primarily because I'm so focused on project panning that sometimes I just forget to use like regular items in my collection. Sometimes it's newer stuff, sometimes it's older stuff. There was actually a few items in here that inspired this video, so I can't just narrow it down to one item. There's a couple things that I was like, I've missed that item, or oh man, that's so good, why don't I use it more? And it's just because it's not in a project right now is essentially the answer to that. I am wearing all of this on my face today, so let's just start. We're gonna go like kind of mostly in order of how I do my makeup. So base products. So this one is the Danessa Myricks. I don't know what they call this officially. It's like the Beauty Balm. Basically it is a primer, and it's just something that, because I've been working on other stuff, particularly the e.l.f. one, I haven't used this one a whole lot, but this one is really nice. I feel like I haven't played with it as much as I really want to, so I haven't put it to the test for like a good test, but I feel like this definitely keeps my skin a little bit more matte. It's definitely smoothing. It feels really nice. I want to get into this more because I definitely like it. I just haven't put it to like, a full test to see really how good it is, but I do enjoy it, and I'm sad that I kind of really haven't played with it. It's also a mini, and I've already hit pan on it, and I haven't had it, like I haven't used it a whole lot, so I think I'm kind of like sparing it, not using it because I don't want to run out of it, and it's like, just use it, and if I finish it, I probably would buy the full size if I really feel like it's worth it. But yeah, it's something that I've enjoyed playing with, but I haven't used it a whole lot because of reasons. That's going to be the whole theme of this video, because reasons. So the foundation that I have on today is this Covergirl foundation. This is the Covergirl and Olay Simply Ageless foundation, the instant wrinkle defying something or other. In the shade 225. I have always wanted to buy these. I see them in the store. They look so cool. I'm like, I've always wanted to try them. Again, not a product that I've used a whole lot. And I do feel like, so I've used this on and off. I've used it a few times. I feel like if I'm having a better skin day, this works better. If I'm having a not so good skin day, this, maybe doesn't quite look as good as I want it to be. It's definitely more of like a day-to-day type product. It's very easy to apply. Like I just apply it and rub it in with my fingers. I also use a brush or a sponge maybe to just blend it a little bit further. But for the most part, it's a product that I can just like slap on and not think too hard about. The challenge with this product, I think, is trying to figure out which shade to buy. And the shade range is pretty dismal, both of those. So, but yeah, it's a product that I'm enjoying using, and I feel like I'm using other products because this is a little different for me. I don't really have any other sort of foundation that's like this, so I tend to just skip over this because I'm using other stuff, more traditional type liquid foundations. Also, I am trying to pan a couple foundations. Well, definitely trying to pan one for sure. But yeah, this is a very nice product. I'm glad that I bought it. I would recommend this. I think if you can find a shade that you like, and if you like more of a lighter coverage, and it's something in between. Like I feel like my skin tone, it's not matte, but it's not dewy either. Like it's definitely just a natural finish type product. Probably leans a little more on the matte side, I would say. But I would definitely encourage you to buy this if this is something that you think you would like. It's a type of product. Like if you're like me and you're just so curious about it and you're like, I think I'm going to like that, I definitely think you should get it. But wait till it's on sale because it's stupid expensive for some reason. I guess because it's skincare as well. So I think that's what I like about it though too, the skincare in this. So again, for us maturing women with maturing skin, this is definitely a really nice product. So one of the products that really inspired me for this project was this powder. So this is a Laurier. I say that every time. This is the Laura Mercier powder. It's just the basic translucent powder. I think this one came in the birthday gift. It came last year. I think it was the birthday gift. And I've been using my Mercier powder pretty much all year with a little bit of the Wet n Wild powder mixed in. It's fine. Had some shade issues with it, but it's a powder. It powders. I pulled this out because I finished that powder, and I have like a mirror. So like I have my big mirror that I use, and then I also have a close-up mirror. So like when I'm doing my eyes and stuff, I like to use the close-up mirror. And I powdered my face, and then I had the close-up mirror, and I looked down, and I was like, oh, whoa, where did my pores go? This is a really like pore disappearing powder. Like it's mattifying. Like if you don't like mattifying and if you don't want like that, it does look like powder, but like my pores disappeared. Like it's like, wow, it's a really nice finish. Now I don't know if this is the reformulated. I know they did reformulate this because I've had this like years ago. I had a full size of this years ago and I loved it. When I finish this up, I've avoided buying it because it's expensive. But when I finish this up, I am going to buy the full size in this. I think it's worth the money for me. I think it makes, again, mature skin. It definitely looks really, really nice on my skin. Definitely am very comfortable wearing it. And I do think it does help like set your makeup. There's a reason why this is a classic and why it's been around for so long because it's really, really good. We'll continue on with the face. This was another product that I was just randomly thinking about at one point. I'm like, man, that's such a good product. Why don't I use it? Oh yeah, because I'm panning a million things. This one is like a special edition. This is the Filmstar Bronze and Glow. This is the full size, I think. They do have a mini of this, which definitely, you know, I would get the mini. I wouldn't bother with full size because I love minis for everything, basically. Again, this is only going to work for a smaller range of people, like light to medium, like a light medium. Like if you're medium, this is probably not going to really be effective on you. But it's such an easy product. Again, I kind of poo-poo a lot of Charlotte Tilbury because it's too expensive and I don't think it's worth it. But this product, I do feel like it is worth it. If the shade tone is going to work for you. Again, it's the bronzer and highlight that I have on. The highlight is maybe a little yellowy for me. I mostly pulled this for the bronzer because it's such a natural looking bronzer. Again, if you're more of a light skin tone, again, a day-to-day, easy day-to-day product where you don't feel like you're wearing, like, I go overboard on my bronzer. I know that. And I feel like it's hard to go overboard with this one. Like, I put a lot of bronzer on, and it doesn't really look like I put a lot of bronzer on. So, yeah, really, really nice product. Really nice finish to it. This is a bit pricey, but I have seen this go on sale. And like I said, there is a mini, and I have seen that go on sale as well. I think I got this in a lucky bag, I want to say, or maybe I did purchase this one. I can't remember. But yeah, I really like this product and you definitely get your money's worth. Like I've put this in projects to like work on panning it and it's something that would last, I think, for me at least anyway. I'm fairly light-handed, so, you know, take that with, you know, your mileage may vary, but for me, this has definitely been worth the value of the product. Kind of on the opposite end in terms of pricing, this blush from Colourpop. I was so excited to buy this blush. I wore it a whole lot when I first bought it, and then I put it in a drawer and haven't really used it since. Again, the blush that I'm wearing today, I went ham because it's very light and trying to be on camera, you can't really see it, this kind of color very much. The shade in this one is Kiss and Tell. I have looked at buying other shades in this. There's a couple other shades that I wanted to buy, but then it's like I've barely used this one. I really don't have any reason to buy any of the others because I've barely used this one. But it is such a pretty blush, such an easy blush to wear. Again, something that more if you're the light, I wouldn't even say medium. This is like a light skin tone, but again, the finish and the quality of this blush, and I do know that there's other shades in this. So if you do like have this or if you're wanting to get this, like I recommend this for sure. It's definitely, again, and it's a huge blush. I don't know what size it is. I think that's 4.4, it's 4.8, something like that. 4 grams, like that's a decent size blush. It's gonna last a while. And yeah, it's such a pretty blush and easy. A lot of this stuff, like I pulled out because it's like easy to wear things, like things that you can just put on and not think too hard about and you know it's gonna look good. So yeah, really, really happy with that. Let's move on to the eyes. So the first thing I want to talk about is this. Still has a sticker on top. I paid $3 for it. This is the Quo Pomade. What do they call it? Sculpting Brow Pomade. Now, I don't think they make this anymore. So Quo is a Canadian makeup brand. They're kind of like in the realm of e.l.f. where they have some of their own stuff and then they dupe a lot of stuff as well. And I think this is kind of like a ABH Dip Brow dupe. I really enjoy this product. It's a shame that they don't have this anymore, but I included this just because, like, even though you can't really get this, that, like, Dip Brow, like the Dip Brow products, the pomade type products, again, I've been steadily working on my eyebrow pencil in my project pan, so I've kind of stepped away from pomades, but I used pomades exclusively like for a long time. That and micro brow pencils, those were like my only two things I used all the time on my brows. And I do miss my ABH dip brow, and that's why I bought this, because I was like, at the time, ABH, you know, kind of wasn't popular. There were some things going on with that brand, and I was like, I don't really want to buy ABH. It's pretty expensive. I do know I like it. I do know it's good, but is there alternatives? And this one's a really nice alternative. I think there are a few other brands in the drugstore now that are doing pomade style brow products. And again, it's one of those things, it's like, I have crappy brows. Like, we know this. You've seen me. It's one of those things. My brows suck. But I feel like when I use the pomade, it generally comes out really good. The challenge I have with pomades on day-to-day is it does take me a little bit more time to do my brows than a pencil, although they do look better because I take my time. So it's like, and I do know, like, for me, pomades, I feel like they last a little bit longer than a pencil for me. They definitely have more staying power. So yeah, just for me, I've kind of forgotten about eyebrow pomades. I don't know. It's just me. But yeah, so that's a really nice product. Eyeshadow. So there was actually two competing things for this one. Well, there's three things I'm going to talk about, but two palettes that are competing. And it's kind of the general theme of boring palettes. So this one, the Give Beauty palettes, they're boring, let's be honest. And I picked mine up at Marshalls or Winners. I highly recommend. Don't pay full price for these. Wait till you see them in a discount store. This one is the Just a Girl one. So it has 2 shimmers and 2 mattes. I'm just wearing the 2 mattes with another eyeshadow. But boring eyeshadow palettes. Like, I've been working on my Pan That Palette stuff. Not Pan That Palette. Yeah, Pan That Palette eyeshadows. I've been trying to, sadly, not very well, doing my No Pan Left Behind. So I kind of just have avoided these super boring little palettes, but they're so good. Like, there's a reason why we all have a couple of these in our collection, because they're so versatile. They're easy to just mix with other palettes. The quality of these are actually really good. I like the quality of this. Now, would I pay full price for this? No, way too expensive. But if you're going to pick it up for a discount, it's definitely worth picking up. And you can get these like from Colourpop as well. And I think Colourpop shadows are really good. I was thinking about the Going Coconuts palette. It's one that I really, really like but haven't really used. But yeah, this one's definitely one that I have not used a whole lot. So that's why I picked this one. But the other one is like maybe not overlooked, but just kind of forgotten in my collection, the Naked Basics. So I know a lot of people have the second one. Not a lot of people have the first one. This is the first one. You can't buy this anymore. But yeah, I love like the shade that I have a pan in. It's such a, oh, you can see me on my camera. Let's just do that. There we go. The shade that I have a pan in is like one of my favorite shades. This one was just like a basic setting shade. That's how I was able to finish that. But like this shade, these two shades, again, talk about super neutral. Like not cool, not warm, just straight up neutral. And really, really nice palette. So again, something that I need to remember to like pull out every once in a while and mix and match with some other palettes. Yeah, really, really nice palette that I've just kind of overlooked. And then what is that glow in your eyes? That's this. This is the Colourpop Single Shadow in Frog. And I specifically picked Frog because out of all of them, it's the one that I've probably not used as much. Like I definitely go to Ice Dream and Ritz a lot, but Frog for some reason I don't use as much. And I feel like, again, when I bought these last year, I didn't realize I didn't have a sticker on this with the date, but I'm pretty sure I bought this last year. I was using them all the time, and then I just stopped. I haven't really used them at all this year. And I'm really sad because I did pull this out, and it is getting dry. And I was like, no, please don't dry out before I can use you. So I have to test the other ones. I haven't tested if the other ones are drying out, but this one in particular is already drying out. Let's just squish that lid on as tight as possible. This is going to go in a project next year because I want to make sure I get good use out of this because I really, really enjoy this. And again, yeah, this is the shade Frog, which I think is still available. It's definitely one of their like classic shades. I've seen it go in and out of stock, but it's definitely one of the ones that it's like they're one of their classics OG. So I hope, please don't get rid of Frog. Colourpop tends to get rid of stuff that's good, and I hate when they do that. But yeah, this one's a really, really pretty one. And I feel like, for me, it's very easy to overlook and forget single shadows. For me, particularly singles that, like, are free-floating singles. I do pull singles out from my, like, magnetic palettes. I'm getting a lot better at using those. But, yeah, these tend to get forgotten in my collection. Eyeliner. So this is the Milani eyeliner in Espresso, or Hooked on Espresso. This was like my go-to brown eyeliner all the time. So once I finished up my Demolition from Urban Decay, favorite all-time brown eyeliner. Urban Decay eyeliners, I think, are my all-time favorites. I've been using my Rockstar one, and like they just last. They last on the eyes. They last a long time. Like I feel like they're just a very good, worth it. They're expensive. I'm really sad that they don't do their mini kits anymore. They have like the deluxe size, like 3 or 4 minis. They don't even really have kits very often anymore with multiples, which is really annoying because those were always a good deal and a great way to like stock up on them. But yeah, when I finished Demolition, I started using this and I was like, man, this is pretty much, it's almost just as good. I would say it's pretty much just as good as the Urban Decay. They don't have a wide range of shades in the Milani. What do they call this actual line? Stay Put liner, I think. Yeah, Stay Put waterproof eyeliner. But this one, again, I've kind of stopped using it because I got a Huda Beauty one in a kit and I just started using that one and I kept it out. So I've just been using that one as a brown eyeliner. It's also a little bit lighter of a brown. This is definitely like, I have it on today and it's close to black. I didn't realize how dark this was because I've been using that other brown that definitely is more of a brown. This is more of like a black brown. But again, nice alternative. So that's something that like, I love colored eyeliner. But if you're not really into colored eyeliner, but you're trying to move away from black, colors like this, like Hooked on Espresso, is like you're close enough to black, but it's just softer. And I feel like, again, for us maturing ladies, sometimes going with something softer that's not as harsh as black is a really nice way to go with eyeliner. And last for the eyes is mascara. So this is, again, I feel like I talked about this a whole lot. And I think that's one of the reasons why I've kind of not talked about it recently, because I did pan one of these and it's the Merit. I don't know the official name for this. They only have the one mascara, but it's such a good mascara. I don't like it right when I first get it because it's a little too wet, a little too blanc. But once it starts drying out, like it's dried out a little bit, and again, it's what I'm wearing today. I do really like the Cali Ray one, so that's what's made me overlook this or kind of forget about this, because it was like, ooh, Cali Ray, you know, the little meme. I was like, Merit's back here and Cali Ray's here, and I'm just like, hello, where have you been all my life? But this one is just as good. The Cali Ray one is cheaper, I think. I'm pretty sure, because this is pretty expensive. Well, the Cali Ray one is as well. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this mascara. And again, it's one of those things like, I feel like I talked a lot about Merit the last couple of years, and I've kind of tried to not talk about it a whole lot. I did get a lot of this stuff. I did get this in PR. I got a lot of PR from them. It's like one of the few brands that I actually got PR for. But again, I liked a lot of it. The one thing that I did not like was their highlighter, and it always blows my mind when I see somebody in a video talking about liking that highlighter, and I'm like, why? I don't get it. But that's the beauty of makeup. We all like different things. But the one thing I want to say, what I want to get to with Merit is, again, it's holiday season. If you're looking for giftable makeup, I feel like Merit is very giftable. I feel like it's going to work for a lot of different people, from people that wear a lot of makeup and people that don't wear a lot of makeup. Pretty much everybody's going to like stuff from Merit. Maybe drag queens. Or maybe people, I shouldn't say drag queens, but people that really like, I do go pretty heavy with makeup, but I range. Like I don't always go very heavy with makeup. And I feel like Merit, but I feel like some of their products do work well. Like I feel like their blushes work well if you like you know, good coverage makeup. Their complexion stick, again, can work for a wide range of people. Their lipsticks, I haven't tried their lipsticks yet, but again, they're going to work for a wide range of people. I think they're going to work for most people, particularly on the end of like, if you're not quite sure, you know, people that are like more on the lighter side of makeup or like kind of dabble in makeup, definitely a brand for those people. It's a bit pricey, and that's why I say it's giftable, because it is a bit pricey, so people aren't always going to spend that on themselves, so it's nice to gift it to people. And then the last thing is lips. Now, I wasn't going to double up on brand things. Like, I wanted to keep everything as, like, individual brands. But this one kind of snuck its way in because I needed a lip liner with the other lip product that I have. So this is the Milani lip liner in Au Natural. And the reason why this is an overlooked product for me is because I've really been leaning into the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. Like, that's just a go-to for me. I love that lip liner. I wear it almost, like, anytime that I'm putting on a lip liner, almost. It's the one that I grab first. I've been trying to mix it up, and I pulled a few of my Colourpop ones, and then I had my one in my Project Pan. But this one, I did finish one of these out, and I think that's one of the reasons why, like, I finished it, and then I was like, well, I want to keep one in my collection. So it's one of those things, like the Danessa Myricks, and like, I want to keep it, so I don't use it. I don't pan it. I leave it because I don't want to finish it, which is silly, I know. But yeah, this is the Milani lip liners are a really, really nice lip liner. I would say, again, if you're in Canada, comparable for getting a cheaper lip liner is Annabelle. Really love those lip liners as well. And I do have one. Again, I wouldn't say it's an overlooked one, but it's one that I've kind of slowed down on using. But I do want to kind of I should just finish it out because it's not very big. But yeah, this Au Natural is one of my favorites because, again, it's a very neutral, doesn't really lean warm, doesn't lean too pink. It's just a nice in-between lip liner. And then the last item, so again, this was another item that inspired this video. This is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump, and this one is in the shade Cherry Blossom. This is the full size. I do have a mini of this. One of the reasons why this is in this video is because I lost it. I got lose a lot of lip products. And then I found it again. I was so excited because I knew I had this. I knew it was somewhere. It was in a bag, in a little pocket in a bag, and I found it, and I had this sitting like just by my door, and I was running out, and I threw it on just to put something on because I was like, oh, I need something on my lips before I go out. They feel kind of dry. And I forgot that these, first of all, I forgot that these were like that icy plumping, which is really nice. I find that really refreshing. And I don't know why I feel like in the wintertime too, I really like it. I think because the cold air really like emphasizes that and just feels very nice and fresh. And then the color of this too, I was like, oh, it's such a pretty color and just looks really nice. And I feel like there's so many other products, like a lot of brands have been duping this product. There's so many other like lip products come out constantly. Like this was such a big hit when it came out, and then it just like, it's like one of those things that peaked and then, you know, kind of died off. But it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're still good, girl. I'm sorry I forgot about you. And mine's wonky because I brought mine to Vegas and I left it in my purse while I was by the pool and it melted. So it's a bit wonky, but we're starting to level it out now. I'm just going to throw a little bit more on because I feel like I need it. But yeah, it's such a nice, it feels nice on, it looks nice on. I have another shade in this in Ginger, I want to say is the other shade, but I think I prefer, even though that's a little more like, I do like brownie lips, I think I prefer this shade, at least right now. This is what I'm feeling right now. So yeah, that is it. That's what I have on my full face today. I didn't put a setting spray on because I didn't want to double up on any products, and I don't feel like any of my setting sprays are like overlooked at the moment. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I was like, man, there's so many hidden gems. Like I have a lot of stuff that I haven't used, but these were things like, man, they're so good and I need to use them. So I'm really, again, the look came together really easily. And I hope this video inspires you to like pull out some stuff. Like I tried to pick products that I think a lot of people have in their collection. I hope this inspires you to like pull those items out or pull some other things out. Either you've forgotten about or you've been holding off on not using because you're, you know, saving it for something special. Or things that have just kind of, you know, gone by the wayside and you're like, man, I forgot that was in my collection. So anyway, if you like this video, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.